Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast with a twist on tonight's game. It'll count towards the NBA Cup. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Minnesota. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, the Kings, 3 games behind.
And when you look at Sacramento, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the 1 spot. And for the Kings, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Malik Monk out there with Levine, and it's Derozan in at the 3, the small forward. Now the Timberwolves with it. Their last win put them into double digits with 10 in a row. Wow, quite a stretch.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Sabonis sets the pick for Monk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good work there as it goes.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Now here is Conley. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Conley for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, Mike Conley has proven a consistent three-point shooter in his career. Get a hand up, folks.
Derozan against McDaniel. Derozan passes to Sabonis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Monk against Conley. Here's McDaniels. 17 points in his last outing. Edwards dishes to McDaniels. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. Inside. Here's Murray. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Back to Randle. This one for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Derozan. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Hands it from downtown. Edwards got 5.
What a response from Anthony Edwards. If you make a three, he wants to come right back at you.
Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they've just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this class.
And we cannot wait. Again, the miss by the Kings. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 3-point lead. Left side, Edwards. Tries it from 9. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Ellis, he's checked in for Malik Monk. And a look here at the standings for the NBA Cup early on in the competition.
And this tournament has already been a huge success and really a fan favorite. I can tell it's going to be a lot of fun again this year.
The Kings trail by 5. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also a part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Bean passes to Murray. Now Sabonis. Bank shot, no good. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. So it's Minnesota now. The Kings getting the bucket. Conley's shot is off. Levine feeling it out a bit. Outside Derozan. Sabonis' screen on McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Gobert with the block.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
McDaniels with the ball. Nothing on the board. Randle outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do.
Wow.
And this path, I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball. I loved writing. And I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans. And so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much. And just know the stories will keep coming.
Markelle Fultz is checked in for the Kings. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Lars is checked in. Reed comes in for Randle. Joe Ingles is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Sacramento again missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Takes a three. And Anthony Edwards gets the three. And it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Sabonis. Got a piece of it. Now here's DiVincenzo. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Hits it from three-point range.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for Sacramento. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. Reed misses.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
On the wing, Murray. Ingles covering. Sabonis' screen on DiVincenzo. Fultz the pass to Sabonis. Now Reed. And he's good on the three ball. Reed's got 6 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Edwards. There's the three. Derozan with the rebound. For the Sacramento Kings, The last game, a loss to Phoenix. Open jump shot off the mark.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Derozan. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 16 points for him.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
And here is DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards from the arc. The shot misses. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 10. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. They've got Fultz. Also Ellis out there. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's LaRavia in at the power forward. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's DiVincenzo. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Ingles passes to Randall. Drills the three-pointer. Randall's got 5 points so far.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
DiVincenzo against Fultz. To the middle. Stolen by Reed. Pass to Ingles. To the paint. Here's Randall. And it's LaRavia with the rebound.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Ellis, the pass to Fultz. To the inside. LaVine wide open. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Yeah, LaVine not a guy you want to concede that mid-range game to. So skilled in that area.
Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. He's looking for DiVincenzo and finds him. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Randall. Randall can't get that one to fall.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
And here's Valanciunas. after Joe Ingles getting his shot to go from deep. Levine passes to Valanciunas. Off with the layup. Timberwolves leading by 12. Randall finds DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark. And Zoelis will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home. Fultz, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And here's Ingles outside. Goes back up. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. The drive by Ellis. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Kings have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And the first one drops. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento making a switch here. Derozan's checked in. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And for that game against Los Angeles, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
And he knocks down the first one.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
McDaniels with the ball. Hasn't made one yet. Clock at 6. Randall a screen on Monk. Here's DiVincenzo. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Monk, the pass to Levine. Monk against DiVincenzo. Three-pointer. Sacramento again missing. Timberwolves leading by 11. Pass to Reed. Now here's DiVincenzo. He has 5. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. DiVincenzo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you.
Well, Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
The first free throw is good.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Ellis is checked in for the Kings. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Both free throws good from Randle.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
McDaniels against Derozan. Pass to Ellis. 7-foot shot, and it's in off the backboard.
Well, give DeMar DeRozan credit. This guy is unselfish, moving the basketball, just such a great teammate.
Now DiVincenzo. 7 points in the game. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. He had a nice open look right there. McDaniel's got his first basket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Timeout called by the Kings. Minnesota making some changes. Garza's checked in, and Anthony Edwards subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The Kings trail by 15. Ellis outside. Pass to LaRavia. Good. And it's Derozan picking up the assists. LaRavia's got 5 points now this quarter. And here is Conley. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Portland. Down low, here's Gobert. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The drive by Gobert. In close, he hits it. Gobert's got his 2nd bucket.
That's the length and the stride of Rudy Gobert on the deck. Big man, go ahead.
Derozan against McDaniel. Monk for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Gobert. Monk against Conley. Over Monk. Conley's shot is off. The Kings trail by 14. Monk outside. Here's Sabonis, and slam dunk by Sabonis.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
Shams, I am so sorry our time has run out. It has been great having you here with us. We appreciate your time so much, and I hope we do it again soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Anytime. You know when I'm not on my phone, I'm here to talk to you and talk hoops with you any time of the day.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much again. ADB, wasn't that terrific talking to Shams? He is as plugged into everything around the NBA as anyone you could hope to meet.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
Now, here's McDaniels, following the miss by Derozan. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. And it's LaRavia with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And finished off by Derozan.
DeMar DeRozan, like a surgeon on the offensive end, methodical, can pick apart any defense regardless of what you're throwing in his direction.
Outside Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Fires from way outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Minnesota with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be right back after this.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
You know, right now for Minnesota, fresh out the gates, they've already established themselves as one of the teams to beat.
That is certainly reflected in their ranking here, a team to be reckoned with. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
So, if you've been around this game, you see the trends. What they're doing tonight, that's how a bunch of teams are being built, playing outside in as a viable approach. If you have guys who can do that.
Yeah, they do. This lead didn't happen by accident.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
So on the floor for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with McDaniels, and it's Gobert in at the center. Now, here's Monk. On the wing, Murray. Pass to Levine. And here is Monk. Sacramento moving it around. Derozan gets the bucket.
It has been years and years of productivity for DeMar DeRozan on the offensive end. This guy is just so crafted.
Edwards with it. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Levine with the rebound. And so Levine will bring it up now for Sacramento. They trail by 14. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Here is Edwards after the Kings pick up 2. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You know, we're never opposed to a little creativity. Ooh, did he have plenty of that? The double pump, having some fun.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garza's checked in. He throw good, Edwards. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now Conley. Following the three-point attempt by Derozan. To the inside. Here's Garza. Connects from three-point range. Garza's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Monk outside. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 4th assist in this one. Timberwolves leading by 15. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Conley feeling it out. Pass to Randall. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. DeRozan in the corner. Outside, Levine. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Levine's form is pure. That three-point shot is pretty.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. It's Edwards on the wing. There's a good screen over Levine. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Levine. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Edwards at full speed. It's hauled in by the Kings.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots. And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
McDaniels passes to Garza. Randall against Monk. Now here's Randall. He's tightly guarded. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Minnesota making a switch here. And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. The Timberwolves, number 1. Fourth, the Kings.
Yeah, both teams on fire right now, shooting lights out from long range, and also great ball movement, I think, enabling them to create those terrific opportunities.
Edwards against Levine. Pass to Derozan. Shoots. And he hits the jump shot. Derozan's got 23 points.
Always a consistent scorer, but Derozan's work on his J has made him a perennial all-star.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Now Monk. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from DeMar DeRozan. Now here's Conley. Outside Edwards. Oh, Edwards!
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Monk, the pass to Murray. Here's DeRozan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And that one misses. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
The Kings making a switch here. Ellis has checked in, and he's good on the second.
The consistency of DeMar DeRozan throughout his tenure in the NBA, it's incredible how consistently good on the offensive end he has been.
Now here's Conley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Gobert, the pass to Reed. Here's Minot. Lets it go from deep. Drains the three-pointer. Minot's got his first 3 points of the game.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Ellis kicks to DeRozan. Murray outside. Fires from deep. And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game. Timberwolves leading by 13. Now Conley. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, Mike Conley understands how to draw contact and still try to get a shot opportunity. He'll go to the line for the end one.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, some way, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Now here is Conley. Following the missed shot by Sabonis. Conley gets the bucket.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Bean passes to Derozan. Murray outside. Red ball movement here by the Kings. Screen by Sabonis. Again, the miss by the Kings. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 10-1 run. Here's Conley. Makes it off the glass. Conley's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, there's not a little bit of hesitation with Mike Conley. I know he's slight of frame, but he's thinking, I can score it in the painted area.
For three, Levine. Come on. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Outside, Edwards. That one falls. Edwards got 23 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Outside, Derozan. There's the drive. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. For the Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
Well, it was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that drought. Now, Kevin, it's about advancing in the postseason. Just getting there isn't good enough.
And he can't get the first one. Well, defensively, Doris, these Minnesota Timberwolves are really a cut above the rest.
They led the league in defensive rating in 2024. They have so many ways to shut down what you're trying to do offensively. Length, athleticism, rim protection, commitment, and great scheme. They are a nightmare.
Here's Minot. Gobert with a screen on Derozan. Minot. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Laravia's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ellis, the pass to Laravia. And here's Derozan. And he has 28 points for the game. Kicks it out to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. Levine for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now here's Edwards. 23 points in the game. And it's Laravia with the rebound. Laravia's got 6 rebounds in the game. The 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Ellis against Conley. And Reed has it in the corner. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
Now here's Levine. He's got 5. From deep three-point land, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Levine's got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the Kings. From deep three-point territory. And so it's Minnesota sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Kings trail by 21. Fultz is out there with Monk. Then it's Sabonis. Then it's Ellis. And it's LaRavia in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
Here's Alexander Walker. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Monk. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing, and those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
Free throw drops for Alexander Walker. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And so, Alexander Walker nails both of them. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Monk. The 3. And they recover it. Wallace finds Monk. 6 on the shot clock from outside the arc. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. DiVincenzo against Fultz. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
That free throw, no good. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
Now, here's Monk. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Crowder, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. And here are the Kings now. Crowder sets a screen for Fultz. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Again, the miss by the Kings.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Pass to Ingles. Ingles with the screen for Randle. And that one's on target from the wing.
Well, this shot is in his bag. Julius Randle more than happy to take the jumper if you concede it.
Fultz with the ball. Now defended by Randle. And it's LaRavia missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Knocked Kicks it loose. It's stolen by Monk. Pass to Fultz. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the energy of Fultz, impressive. Has an ability to nail difficult shots over an aggressive defense.
Ellis, he's checked in for Crowder.
One shot.
And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
The Kings trail by 21. Monk kicks to Fultz. Trying his luck from deep. Minnesota with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Ellis against Randall. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Pass to Sabonis. Monk outside. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
And Monk has proven that he is a terrific scorer from the perimeter. When he's in rhythm, he has no problem letting it fly.
Now here's Randall. Here's Ingles over Ellis. Ingles can't get it to go. Ellis in the post. Defended by DiVincenzo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Both free throws good from Ellis. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. DiVincenzo with it. Here's Reed. It's good from about 19 feet. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Veen passes to Derozan. Monk with a screen on Randall. And it's Derozan missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Right wing. Randall right side. Pass to DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. From the top of the key. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. And here's Levine, who brings it up for Sacramento. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Now, here's Ingles. Following the miss by Derozan. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Wing shot on the way. Levine, good.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Timberwolves leading by 20. Randall finds Ingles. Back to Randall. Puts up a 3. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Murray. Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. And a change for the Timberwolves. McDaniels checked in. Here's Reed. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, Nasri doesn't operate often in the mid-range, but if you concede it, he'll take it.
Outside Derozan. Back to Levine from deep. Good. And it's Derozan picking up the assist. Derozan's got his 4th assist in this one. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Randall, a screen on Monk. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Puts it up from 12. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Levine's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Timberwolves leading by 17. Here's Randall. Banked in off the glass. Now here's Levine. Pass to Derozan from downtown. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Now Alexander Walker. Randall outside. Out to the right wing. The 3 ball. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Yeah, McDaniel's really trying to become consistent with that jump shot.
Now here's Levine. Defended by Alexander Walker. For 3, Murray. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. Off target from outside.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Monk, the pass to Sabonis, and stolen by DiVincenzo. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Randall. Edwards comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Nailed from 3-point land. Edwards got 26.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Pass to Derozan. Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
Now Edwards. After the missed 3 from Malik Monk. Nice D from Levine. Monk against Conley. On the wing, Murray. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Looking to end the run, and Sabonis lays it up and in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Reed. Derozan with the rebound. Levine for 3. Good on the triple.
Levine with that high-arching shot from the corner.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Reed. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And Sacramento has possession following the 3 by Minnesota. And here is McDaniels. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a 3rd win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. The game is flowing for you. What is it like to be on a win streak like this?
Well, the game just back to being easy again, just making the right plays, playing off of the teammates, and guys are just really being unselfish. And it's easy for me to play in that style, and it's fun to be around.
You sure look like you're having fun, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Julius Randle.